we've heard from various members of Congress that we've had to do this because Iran has been a state sponsor of terror for so long. Okay, but why now? That still doesn't answer that question.
Exactly.
So it just, there's no explanation for it other than they just wanted to do it for whatever personal reasons they may have. I think we all know, though, that if the Ayatollah had come out and bought some Trump crypto, that we would be in this mess right now. I know that. Alrighty, welcome back. Alabama Politics This Week. Josh Moon, David Person. Our thanks to our many guests today. We're going to try to add in a fourth one next week. But our thanks to all of our guests. Austin Smith, Jesse Parcala, got his name right, and Representative Thomas Jackson. Our thanks to all of them for coming in. Our thanks to the folks at Wind Creek Entertainment. We really appreciate them and for everything they do, and helping us out and for all the stuff they do around the state. They're fantastic partners all the way around. And also folks at SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center. They're doing good work. They've got their lobbying day is actually today, is Wednesday, at the State House. And I know we talked to Taffany last week about some of that, and they're still doing great work, and y'all support them. Get out to the Wreath Lane if possible this week, and the bridge crossing and things that are taking place. And also everybody for joining us and listening and sharing and sending out all the clips and things. We really do appreciate that as well. All right, we're going to slide out real fast here after we do our Bonehead for the week. And our Bonehead of the week is our friend Gary Palmer, who was... apparently, there is no lengths that today's Republican will not go to protect Donald John Trump. I mean, it is unbelievable. And Gary Palmer went to the length of basically accusing his fellow Congress folks of disclosing damaging information about the United States military to, I guess, Iran. And that was the reason why Trump had to keep this whole thing secret. And what evidence he had of this? None. There was none. At all. None. But it didn't matter. And this is just who we're dealing with at this point.
Yeah, it's very reckless. I mean, he spoke in broad generality, suggesting that that members of Congress would be traitors, basically, to the United States. And he did that without providing any foundation, without providing any details. He just made a reckless, wild statement. And, and I don't know where the press was, that they didn't try to pin him to the ground on that, because if I'd been there, I'd have been like, well, where's your evidence of that? And who are you talking about? Name names. If you're going to dangle this out there, name names. Give us details. Explain what you're talking about. Don't just make a wild accusation and then we're just supposed to swallow that whole. I mean, it was ridiculous. And yet that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, it's not surprising. I mean, we've got to prop up this war that has been declared by Donald Trump for reasons that no one knows. No one can tell you. And if someone tells you that they know, I wish you would send them my way, because so far the Secretary of State and the Director of War, or whatever the hell we're calling Pete Hegseth at this point, they don't seem to know. They're not on the same page. The president is not on the same page with either one of them on what he was. I mean, we've heard that he was going to be assassinated, that they were going to try to assassinate Trump. And so he took them out first. I mean, what are you talking about? Marco Rubio said, that if somebody else had hit Iran, then they were going to attack America. What are you talking about? We've heard from various members of Congress that we've had to do this because Iran has been a state sponsor of terror for so long. Okay, but why now? That still doesn't answer that question.
Exactly.
So it just, there's no explanation for it other than they just wanted to do it for whatever personal reasons they may have. I think we all know, though, that if the Ayatollah had come out and bought some Trump crypto, that we would be in this mess right now. I know that.
You know what? You're right. You're
No, of
right.
course.
That seems to be what drives foreign policy these days. It's who's going to invest in a Trump private venture,
Right.
or who's going to give him an airplane that that ostensibly is being given to the government, but it's really being given to him.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Right.
A $500 million airplane. I mean,
Yeah.
my God, that's what foreign policy is driven by these days.
I mean, it's somebody asked a question the other day. You talk about this stuff related to Iran, and the people being oppressed, folks dying, them attacking their own people, all that. Have y'all heard of Ukraine?
Exactly.
What about that? If we're worried, if that's what's driving people. And also, let me tell you another thing I'm tired of hearing is about how Donald Trump cared so much about the good Iranian people, that he had to go in and remove this murderous regime from overseeing them and killing their own. I'm sorry, is this the same Donald Trump that has been deporting Iranian refugees that were enemies of this government back to their certain death in Iran now for months? That guy, that's the one that cared so much about him? That's what it was? Shit. Yeah. If we had Trump Hotel Tehran right now, buddy, there wouldn't be any bombs falling. I'll tell you that.
Nope. Nope.
I mean, it just, I'm so sick of this, and I'm so sick of the, I expect it from Trump. We know who he is. We know what he does. We know all that. Okay. Where I'm sick of it is from people like Katie Britt, people like Tommy Tuberville, people like not even Tommy Tuberville. We know who he is. We expect it.
Palmer, like
Gary Palmer, Mike Rogers.
These enablers, they're enablers.
Yeah, Robert Adderholt, Dale Strong, especially. I hope Andrew Sneed beats his ass with my cousin Vinny. Haircut. But it just let's try to but I just that enabling that not taking a stand for the folks who you're putting in danger, who are coming from your communities. These kids that we're sending over there into Iran. Now we're talking about putting troops on the ground in Iran, and you're not going to take a stand and even raise questions because what?
And Josh, you also have simultaneously crazy decisions being made, like Kash Patel deciding to reduce the force of the unit that is specifically designed to look at counterterrorism and the potential for terrorist activities coming from Iran.
Yeah.
Coming from Iran.
Well,
he's diminishing that little subset of the FBI. What is that about?
Well, I mean, honestly, with Kash Patel, you never really know if maybe, he, with those eyes, if he just misread counterterrorism as terrorism and he thought, well, we got to get rid of that. So, I mean, if you just, you don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know.
I did not see that coming. Okay.
Neither did he. All right, and with that, we're going to get out of here. Yeah, until next week, y'all be safe out there.
Peace.